All right, hello everybody. You're listening to Mark Ling, and on this webinar, due to popular demand, all right, now I'm going to talk quickly about another free traffic strategy, which is SEO. Um, well, it's relatively free anyway. Um, Now, I promised you on this webinar that I'm not going to be talking about Google traffic strategies. So yes, you can SEO for Google, but that's not what I'm going to cover here. It is actually a lot easier to do SEO for MSN Bing. Um, Here's just a real quick example. I just grabbed this screenshot about a couple of days ago to put in my presentation. If I type stop jog jumping into Bing, and it may have changed by now, it's only been a couple of days, but it should still be there, who knows. But my website, Dog Obedience Advice, came up number 2 for stop dog jumping. All right, and it leads people to my article, and there's an opt-in on that page, and there's also promotions of affiliate offers. All right, now in the lucrative United States market, which usually should make up 70 or more percent of your sales anyway, Google accounts for 68% of the traffic. Okay, but it is more tricky to get ranking in Google than in Bing. Bing accounts for 27% of searches, so it's just under half that of Google, but it's lower hanging fruit because less people are trying to rank in Bing. They're focusing all their efforts on Google. In fact, Bing has taken up more of the search market. I wouldn't be surprised if it's over 30% in 12 months from now. So if you want to target Bing traffic, well, it is easier. It's a lot easier. Fresh content, having fresh content regularly is not as important to Bing as it is to Google. All right? If I kept adding fresh content to that dog training site, I'd probably still be ranking really, really well in Google. But that site, I've just left it sitting there. So it's sort of slowly dwindled in its Google rankings. But in Bing, it's been going great. Now, domain age plays a more important part in order to do well in Bing. So that one thing that can help you is buying a domain that's already a few years old. You can get an aged domain, write this down, for under $20 from expireddomains.net. Okay? Just a couple of years old, even 2 years old. It's helpful. Now, you can use a new domain with Bing, and you can get good rankings. It can just take a little bit longer, all right? But there are other things that you can do, all right? So new domains, if you want to use new domains, by all means, don't think that that's stopping you. It just can take a little bit longer for Bing to build up its trust of your site, okay? But once you get the rankings, you'll be able to continue to get multiple MSN Bing rankings. All right. Another great thing about MSN Bing, no penguin, no panda. Bing's algorithm is just not as complex as Google's, and they just don't seem to do algorithm updates. Or if they do, they're I know they do, but they're few and far between. And when they do, it doesn't seem to change things by much. Okay? Microsoft has a lot of other stuff going on that they don't get quite as nitty gritty about their algorithm as Google does. So for now, at least, and probably for at least the next 24 months or more, it's certainly a lot easier to rank highly in Bing. Similarly with Google and Bing, quality backlinks hold weight, although Bing appears to place a higher importance on the anchor text of the links and less importance of the authority of the site linking than Google does. So that means that if you want to do the link building, that it's more about, yes, if you can get on an authoritative domain, that can help, but Bing places less importance on that. I can put up an article on a regular free article site, and as long as my page, the article that I put up there, is relevant to the page I'm linking to on my own site, that's rather helpful, and particularly if the anchor text of the link. Do you guys know what anchor text is? Type in the Q&A box if you know what that is. Okay, half of you are saying yes, half of you are saying no. All right, actually no, 2/3 of you are saying yes. Now, anchor text is the text that you use when people click the link. So if the link says click here, then your anchor text is click here. If the text says dog training and people click that and they get taken to your dog training report, then your anchor text is dog training. Okay, so the key is that your anchor text is pretty much the text, or at least a slight rewording of the text that you're going to be wanting to target for the page that you're linking to. All right. So it makes a larger difference if the page you're linking from is relevant to the topic you're on, whereas Google, yeah, it's important, but they do place more importance on domain authority. Like if you got a link from a domain that had a higher authority, like let's say it was from CNN.com, for instance, you'd end up ranking really, really quickly in Google because it's such an authoritative domain. On page factors, like what your usage of keywords and your headline and in your copy itself, they are important for both Bing and Google. So make sure that obviously if you want to rank well in Bing for a certain keyword, that you use that phrase in your headline at least a couple of times in your article itself. Okay. I hope this all makes sense.